Hello and welcome everybody. We're going to do our annual Title I meeting for the Early County Middle School, and I have Miss Bell with me, Miss Angela Bell, the middle school principal. So we're going to talk about Title I, and let me let my page down. So Title I is federal funds that come down to schools to help all students succeed. And Early County Middle School is a school-wide Title I school. Some of the things that Title I funds provide include some professional learning, some technology, and staff, additional staff. And Ms. Bell will talk more about intervention teachers in just a minute. School-wide requirements is from Title I is that we have to ensure that all children have the significant opportunity to receive a fair, equitable, and high-quality education and to close those educational achievement gaps. So, Ms. Bell, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about the school improvement plan and your goals for this school year.
Thank you, Tammy. As you see, the first goal is to have all students reading on grade level by the end of the 22-23 school year. And while that we may not achieve that goal specifically for all students, we at least hope to increase the number of students reading on grade level by 3% from last year. If you'll see the second goal, I mentioned the right score assessment. It's a standardized test that students are given to measure their ability to write a passage, either narrative or informational. And students receive a variety of scores, 0 to 7. We want to decrease the number of students scoring as 0 by 3% by the end of this year. Our third goal you see is students performing on grade level. Using our MAP data, again, it's a standardized assessment our students take 3 times a year in the areas of reading, language arts, and math. And it's really a great way for us to measure instructional progress. So based on how our students perform on those assessments, each time we give it, it allows us to adjust instruction and make changes to the curriculum as needed so that we can hopefully achieve student success. And the last goal you see is it mentions our science and social studies end of grade milestone assessments. Those assessments are only taken for 8th grade students, and we want to raise our students who pass or achieve grade level performance to 60% by the end of this school year.
All right. So like Ms. Bell was talking about in the goals, we do have some things in place in Title I that Title I pays for to help with those goals. Would you like to cover these areas, Ms. Bell?
Sure. If you look at the one on the left, it says intervention teachers. We were able to increase the number of interventionists for reading and math this year using Title I funds, which is a big help for our students and teachers. We also have made some changes to how those students are served so that we can, quote, get the best bang for our buck, trying to maximize our personnel and the time we have with students. And we're also utilizing the software programs mentioned to the right during our school day. Some are what we refer to at our use at the Tier 1 level, which all students have access to, which would be Power Up, MinBeam, MOSA Mac, Test Prep, and iExcel. The one that's mentioned first, Achieve 3000, is reserved for students who are needing additional help in reading, and so it is limited to a certain amount of students. But all of these programs are available from using Title I funds. And then you see after school tutoring, which will begin after fall break, and Saturday school as well. So Title I makes all of those programs available for our students.
Do you want to talk about curriculum, Ms. Bell?
Sure. So our curriculum is, we utilize the Georgia Standards of Excellence, which is required by the Georgia DOE. So we're a standards driven or a standards based school. We've also have some textbooks as well that we use to supplement learning, but our curriculum is driven by if it's a grade level standard, and then we use other means to make that standard available to the children. So primarily the Georgia Standards of Excellence drive our instruction.
Okay. This is about the assessments that students at the middle school take. Could you talk about those assessments as well?
Yes, so if you look at the Post-it note on the right, end of grade milestones, students in all three grades, grades 6, 7, and 8, take ELA, language arts, and math at the end of each year. Students in 8th grade only take a science and social studies assessment. Just below that Post-it note, you see the numbers 1 through 4 that students are used to rank student performance. A large number of our population are scoring in beginning and developing learner, and we really want to have, as we refer to it, more 3s and 4s, students who are scoring proficient or distinguished. So when I mentioned earlier, we would increase the number of students reading at or above grade level by 3%. We're using this milestone information to make that determination. So that means the students would have to score at least a level 3. Developing learner means they still need support for grade level material. So obviously we want to create student independence. To the left of that, you see academic screeners. The right score, as I mentioned, is used to measure a student's writing ability. So that is one test they take. We take that test twice a year. Once in the fall around October, and once in the spring in February or so. The second test is rapid, and it is used to measure a student's overall reading ability. It is taken in the fall, winter, and spring. And the last two, reading and math, are again taken 3 times a year, fall, winter, and spring. So we have a continuous way to measure student progress.
Okay. So in addition to the academic and support that Title I gives, Title I also requires us to make sure that we engage our families to help with student achievement as well. And so we do have district and school level parent and family engagement plans, and you can find those on our website. And the website is up in the left corner of the slide. Also, if you would, you can scan that QR code and sign in for our meeting. That would be great as well. The school and parent compact and the family engagement plans for the middle school were sent home through Remind at the beginning of the school year. And if you did not receive that, please let me know. If you'd like more information or you want to talk about those, we can do those. We take the goals, and the school compact utilizes things that we do at school, things that parents can do at home, and things that students can do to work together to increase student achievement. So I just want to talk about those. And also parents have the right to know teacher qualifications. If a teacher is teaching under provisional or on an emergency status, if they're teaching in a field of the certification, or if services are being provided by a paraprofessional. Those are your right to knows. Also, the schools are graded on college and career ready performance, the CCRPI, but are they, I know there's been some leniency in that during the last couple of years. Is that right, Ms. Bell? On CCRPI?
Correct. There has been leniency, and I think they were trying to work out the best possible formula for last year's data to be released later this year.
Gotcha.
That takes into consideration all the outside factors that we had to deal with.
Right. So that rating normally includes test scores and attendance and student growth, readiness, graduation rates. But with everything that we've been going through the last couple of years with the pandemic and absences and quarantines and all of that, they're having to take another look at that. So is that correct?
Correct. And I'm not quite sure if they've released the latest status of that decision. So I'm hesitant to speak right now because I think we're still waiting for a final word from the State Department.
All right. When they do release that, they always make it available on the Georgia Department of Education website. So you can always go there and find the latest information that we have available. Also, we want to make sure that you're aware of Infinite Campus and the parent portal. And if you're not on the parent portal, that's where you can go to see your child's grades and attendance. You can also access SLDS through the parent portal. And what SLDS does is it gives you your child's performance in Georgia schools, their whole history. You can go back and look at milestones or any kind of their grades every year, their attendance, their reading levels. Also in SLDS, you can find resources for the classes that they are currently scheduled in, all the way down to the standard that they're working on. There's online resources to help with whatever standard they might be struggling with. So if you'd like more information on SLDS, you can contact me, or there's some information on our website, or just go to the parent portal and take a look and see what's going on with in your child's SLDS. Anything you want to add on that, Ms. Bell?
Not at this time, thank you.
Okay. And then you can always find more information on our website and at Georgia Department of Education website, our state report card, our school's website. We have all of our school improvement plans, all our school plans and compacts, our comprehensive needs assessment. You can go look at those at any time. And that's our information. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me, call me, come by and see me anytime. We're gonna put this recording on the district federal programs page so that you'll have access to it as well to go back and review. Thank you all for coming. Ms. Bell, anything else you would like to add?
No, thank you for joining us.
I do need to say one thing about parent involvement that I did not say. In Title I, 1% of the funds that we receive for Title I has to go towards family engagement. And in Early County, what we do with those funds is we combine them at the district level, and we use them for district for the elementary and middle school as far as family engagement goes. And this year, what we've done is we've combined those funds to provide the middle and elementary school Remind service, which communicates with parents directly. So that is our primary mode of communication. And I'm sure most everybody is getting Remind messages. If you aren't, please give me a call and let's check that out. But that is our primary way of providing information or communicating with parents if we're sending a text. Also with Remind, that is synced, your information is synced from Infinite Campus, which is our student information system. So it's really important to make sure that you go in and make sure the information in Infinite Campus, your cell phones and your email and even your address, make sure all your information is correct so that we have the most up-to-date information. We can make sure that you get all the important messages that you need from the school. So with that, we appreciate everybody coming. And like I said, if you have any questions, just give me a call. I'll be glad to talk with you. Thank you.